Now, the surge of Chicago violence has resulted in a conversation about breaking the generational curse that faces so many who live in underserved communities.
Yeah, and so often, we hear from you viewers and they say, why don't the parents just teach their kids how to behave? Well, Professor Mike Brown teaches criminology, and he is here to tell us about this book series that he created. So we go from professor to author now. Good morning, Mike Brown. Good to see you again.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so you've created this book to help parents help their children. And, I love what you're doing here, because I hear from a lot of people, and it really frustrates me because people who grow up with opportunities, or maybe have both parents in their lives, or they've never been hungry in their lives before, they have a hard time understanding why it is easier said than done. And your books address this, don't they?
Absolutely. When we talk about choice motivators, that's what the purpose of this book is to talk about. When people say that it's easy to make good choices, you're talking about rational choice theory and criminology, analyzing options and picking better options. But for those that may have not have been exposed to certain things because of generational trauma, that's been passed down from generation to generation, you can only do what you know, not the best that you can. And so that's the purpose of this. It's not enough to say we want to break generational curses. We have to have the tools to do things differently so we can raise our children to be differently than how we were raised.
Yep. I always tell people you got to realize your perspective is not universal. There's many angles, and people have different lives and lead different lives. Talk about how many books are in your series, and maybe give us an example of one of the messages in one of them.
Sure. I have 9 series. I've been pretty busy writing. And take, for example, this book, Mommy, Daddy, Please Teach Me. You constantly hear that I put food on the table, clothes on your back, a roof over your head. But if you don't teach them how to do that themselves, then you're just creating, in essence, what could be someone else's issue to deal with. We also have the books in Spanish. I'm trying to go across different communities to reach, because I've been blessed to travel the country and the world. And I see that the problems are not specific to our community, even though we do have them. It's in a lot of communities too.
Yeah, and you say this isn't just for the kids, because parents are going to benefit from this conversation, or even just reading it with them or hearing their kids read it.
Yes, absolutely. Because I do anger management classes and sessions, and so often I'm talking to the inner child of that adult that has not been healed. And if that inner child of that adult has not been healed, then a lot of the pain that they are shadowing on their children comes from the pain inside. And so when I'm in my anger management sessions, I end up using these books to get big concepts in a simplistic form using pictures, and it's been very successful.
That is so true. I love what you said there. Like, the parents have to heal from trauma that they've been through in order to even help guide their kids, because if not, it'll just keep trickling and trickling on. Talk to us about your children's expo that you're going to be at with your book series. Any other places people can grab your book? I know they can do that at the expo as well.
Absolutely. I'm the host of the Children's Expo. It's going to be at the Oaklawn Hilton, July 24th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Ivy League kids from Mantino, they're going to be there. Rose Cafe, you probably heard of them, out of Roseland. Supporting Professionals Network Association, a consortium of daycare providers. So we'll have on-the-spot services as well as amazing children's book authors. They can register All About Kids, text All About Kids to 474747 to come to this amazing expo at the Oaklawn Hilton on that Saturday. It's going to be amazing.
All right, criminology professor and now book author, Mike Brown, thanks for coming on this morning.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Have a good weekend, man. It is 8:49 right now. Almost